Healing from a stroke always takes longer than you want, and it can be tempting to push harder to try and speed things up. But the truth is, pushing too hard can often backfire. It can end up slowing progress and even result in injury. In this video, we'll take a look at the importance of patience on the road to recovery.
Hi, I'm Sonia Kuntz.
And I'm Peter Kuntz. Welcome to Loving Life. The three things we do on this channel are biomechanics, mobility training, and the carnivore diet, all geared towards stroke recovery. But we are not medical professionals, and nothing we say on this channel should be considered medical advice.
So, I was kind of laughing while I heard you because in my recovery,
You've never pushed too hard.
no, never.
It's never happened.
You know, when I think about back when I first had my stroke, you have to understand something. I was 31 when I had my stroke. And the fact that I couldn't do any of the things that I would do it just without even thinking about it, how I can walk, run, how I can, and then nothing. I always grew up going to the gym, working out, in volleyball, and, I was active. And then, so when I couldn't do it, my ego was like, no way. Like, I am 31. There's no way that this is possible. I'm going to be, like, I am going to, like, work harder than anyone else. And I'm going to, finish this in like 6 months, just no problem. Obviously,
it happened a little bit differently than that.
I was pushing so hard that like I couldn't until I would literally pass out for like 2 days.
Yes.
Like I would just,
or 3,
yeah,
or more.
Like, and then I would get sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, of course,
it happened many times early on.
Years and years. Here's the thing, you have to be okay with the fact that I had to, realize, like, I had a stroke and this is my body right now. And not mean that it was good or bad or evil or whatever.
It doesn't mean that right now is forever either.
Yeah. And it didn't say anything about who you are.
Nope.
It was the facts. And the facts were, I had a stroke, and this is how my body is right now. And it took years. I would say 10 years. Honestly, it took me about 10 years to finally just look at myself in the mirror and say, I had a stroke, and this is how my body is right now. And I think if you can't get there, that is the first place that you need to go. You need to be okay with who you are right now, and it was hard. I mean, it was, like I said, it's been 10 years till I finally just, all right, I had a stroke. This is where my body is right now. And it was there that I could move forward, really move forward, and start, okay, what can I do? If this is how my body is right now, then what is that? Everyone is talking about recovery and you have to go at a certain pace and you have to, but really, I think the first thing, you have to be patient.
Which you're probably sick of people telling you.
Yeah, I know I am.
Yeah. Most people say you have to be patient in a condescending kind of way. They don't mean to be condescending. They just don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
It's just, you got to be patient. Consider patience as a skill,
Yeah.
not as something that's forced on you, but as a skill. Skills need to be practiced in order to be good at them.
Yeah.
Practice being patient as a skill, and that will serve you everywhere, especially when you're recovering from a stroke. Patience is a skill that is absolutely required.
Yeah. That's very true.
It's the truth.
The biggest thing that I've realized is that it has nothing to do with how my body is or isn't at all. It's all in your head.
Mm-hmm.
All of it is in your head. If you are not even able to look at yourself in the mirror and just see exactly where it is, what it is. I had a stroke. This is my body right now. If you can't do that without screaming at the mirror, if you can't even look at yourself without hiding or looking down or whatever, that's the thing that you need to do right now before anything else, because it's everything. It's all in your head, okay? And it is everything, okay? And once you have that, then, like I said, then we can go. We can go and recover. But you have to, and it's not just if you had a stroke or not. Whatever's going on,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be honest with yourself, or you're not gonna go very far.
This applies to anything. It doesn't matter if you had a stroke. I didn't have a stroke. I had clinical depression. I had to be patient as a skill, and it took me decades before I built patience for myself, being patient with myself, being patient with the fact that I when I was in the middle of a depression, which would last possibly weeks, probably months, 24/7, like I had to be patient, but because I didn't know when I was going to feel like I could actually come up for air. It felt like I was drowning in this sea of emotions, this crappy emotions all the time, without giving myself some patience to just be where I am, and the fact that I could not control the fact that I was there. That's the state that I was in, whether I wanted to be or not. So I had to develop as a skill patience for how I felt, which I didn't want to feel that way, but that's how I felt. It was really hard for me to just get up, just get vertical in the morning. I had to be patient with myself for that. This is a skill that was built, that I built, and it took time and it was hard. But the more I did it, the better I got, and it wasn't quite as hard. It was a little bit easier, maybe not every day, but it was a little bit easier every week, every month. And it's worth it because it still felt like crap, but it didn't feel as bad. And I was able to function a little bit better and a little bit better. And eventually, I was able to get on top of depression, which I am now and I have been for the last few years. So, without patience for myself and patience for the situation that I was in that I didn't want to be in, but tough shit. Without that, I couldn't function. There's no way that I would be at this point. There's no way that I could possibly have gotten on top of it. Stick with it.
Yeah, stick
You,
with that. Okay, you're doing great.
yeah, the fact that you're just here, that you're vertical, that you're watching a YouTube video,
Yeah,
huge. That's huge.
yeah,
Pat yourself on the back for that.
yeah,
Show yourself a little patience for that. It's the small things over time that make the difference.
yeah. I just wanted to say this one time. When I say that you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I had a stroke and this is where my body is. It's not saying that you're good with it or you're not good with it.
No.
I'm saying you have to go to the mirror, say those words.
If you can say it out loud, say it out loud.
Yeah.
If you can't, if it's too hard for you to say it, or if you just can't get the words out,
Yeah.
because you just can't talk, then say it very clearly in your mind while you're looking yourself right in. Where's my finger going? While you're looking directly at yourself in the mirror. Look yourself right in the eye.
Yeah, and that's it. You just need to say it, and without judgments.
It's just the facts.
Yeah, you want just the facts. Because that is it. It's just the facts.
The fact is, I had a stroke, and this is where my body is right now. And get present to that, acknowledge that. Not what you think about it, not how you feel about it, not your fears about it. All of that can be there, just sitting there in you, and that's fine. But that's not what's coming to the table right now.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, I think that's good.
I think that's good. If you have any questions about mirror work, need help, leave a comment. We're happy to help. If you, just the opposite, if you do mirror work and, oh my gosh, I had this incredible breakthrough, if you have that kind of experience, share that with us too.
Yeah, please.
We definitely want to hear it.
All right. I love you guys.
Love you.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.